Mikel first took charge of Arsenal on the 26th of December 2019. Now, this was just 3 years after retiring from playing, and he spent those 3 years under Pep's tutelage at Manchester City. Expectations were sky high when he was announced as Arsenal's next manager. Expectations skyrocketed further when we won against United, City, Liverpool, Chelsea, and we won an FA Cup in his first half of a season in charge as Arsenal manager. But then came the dismal 2020-21 season. We finished 8th with the second lowest points tally in over 25 years, and we were knocked out of the Europa League by our ex Mr.
Good
An even worse start to this campaign brought about cries for Mikel Arteta's head, but a turnaround which even the most optimistic fans would not have expected has somewhat cooled things down. Now, currently, he's the youngest manager in charge of the youngest squad in the league, and as he reaches a milestone which 8 other managers in the league have managed to accomplish, in this video, we're going to go through some of the basic numbers and stats and the highs and the lows of Mikel Arteta's reign in charge as Arsenal manager. After 100 games, Arteta has a record of 56 wins, 18 draws, and 26 losses. Compared to the previous manager who accomplished this feat as an Arsenal manager, a certain Mr. Arsene Wenger, he fares ever so slightly better. And despite having won an FA Cup and Wenger not winning anything in his first 100 games, we got to remember that Arsene Wenger was in the midst of the 97-98 campaign when Arsenal went on to win the EPL and the FA Cup. Breaking down his overall record, as expected, home we are faring slightly better, away not so much. Breaking it down by competition, in the EPL the win percentage drops drastically. 47.8, 49% win is not going to get you anywhere near the top 6, so that definitely needs to improve. In the FA and the EFL Cup, you can see that the win percentage is above 80, but that accounts to nothing because effectively it's a knockout competition, one loss and you are out. When it comes to the points tally, including this season, in 2019-20 he was in charge for 20 games and he amassed 33 points. Last season, 61 points, nothing to write home about. And this season, we are averaging around 1.81 points per game. When it comes to goals, we have scored 160 goals under Arteta and we have conceded 97 times. So the benchmark for our comparison now is 1.6 goals per game and 0.97 against. As expected, home slightly better in both the departments, away slightly worse. And then again we look at EPL and that's where our statistics drop further. UEFA Europa League last season at least was excellent under us, but again this season we are not in it, so that doesn't concern us. When it comes to goal scorers, unexpectedly Mr. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is right at the top, 38 goals. Lacazette and Nicolas Pepe are second and third, 26 and 21 goals respectively. Below that, we have 3 English youngsters of Nketiah, 12 goals, who was largely featured in the Europa League and the Cup competitions over the last 2 seasons. We have Bukayo on 11 and ESR on 9. And finally, finishing off with the highs and the lows, our biggest win came this season actually. It was in the EFL Cup though. 6-0 win against West Bromwich Albion. Our longest unbeaten streak has been accomplished twice. The first time round, it was very early on in Arteta's reign, a total of 10 games. The second one is the one that we are on right now. But considering that we are playing Liverpool at Anfield next, I wouldn't bet on this streak continuing. In terms of honours, FA Cup 2019-20 and the Mickey Mouse Cup of Community Shield 2020-21. The lows, well, there have been quite a few of those. The biggest loss being 5-0 against Man City, again coming earlier this season. Quite a dichotomy that we've seen this season. Our longest winless streak, what I've done here is I've chosen the worst winless streak that I could find. It was in the EPL. 7 games, dismal run, 7th of November till the 19th of December. However, a close fight for the lowest low was being knocked out by Unai Emery's Villarreal last season.
Good evening.
Remember the first leg we lost 2-1 away. So effectively what we needed to do was score at home and not concede. We managed to not concede, but embarrassingly we couldn't score. So there you have it, a summary of Mikel Arteta's reign as Arsenal manager. I think the highlights for me definitely would be winning the FA Cup, defeating Manchester United away for the first time, and I think it's been like 15-16 years. Some of the performances have been absolutely scintillating, especially the one against Tottenham this year. Our defense seems to be getting better. In terms of lows, not qualifying for Europe is absolutely unacceptable, and I understand that the management is sticking with him for the long term, but results need to come our way, and hopefully this season we will perform much better. My prediction is, or rather my desire is, that we finish in the top 6 and we win a domestic trophy. Winning is a habit, so is losing. And I want this squad to be addicted to lifting trophies and knowing what that feels like. That's it from me. Do let me know what are your highlights of Mikel Arteta's reign as Arsenal manager and how would you rate his time over here. Until next time,